I'm Barbara Dacey, and I'm here in Louisville, Kentucky with Joan as policewoman, otherwise known as Joan Wasser. So can I ask you right away, Joan as policewoman, like where it came from?
Yes, you can ask me.
Thank you.
It's from a 70s cop show called Policewoman, starring Angie Dickinson. Do you remember the show?
Oh, of course I do.
Okay, good. And I used to dye my hair blonde, and one of my friends one day, I was wearing some particularly sort of 70s pantsuit, and he said, "Joan, you're channeling Angie from Policewoman." So I kind of was like looking for a name for my music that wasn't violin playing, you know, my songs. So I called it Joan as Policewoman.
Uh-huh. It's great to have something like that people don't really quite understand right away. And then as you explain it right now too, I mean, you listen to your music and there's a lot of power there too, but it's so lyrical and beautiful. And so Joan as Policewoman, it's great to mix those two things together. And
thank you. I'm glad you appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, a lot.
Good.
And I really appreciate your music. We were just listening this afternoon to Real Life. This is your most recent album.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. And you play so many instruments too. You play guitar, which you're going to play today, and piano, and viola, right? And violin, and anything else?
No,
well,
that's
you sing
it.
beautifully too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Yeah. So tell that's it. That's enough. And you work with some great people on this record. Just the songs with Anthony and Joseph Arthur. It was so cool to open it up and just to realize all the people that you were working with. How did those relationships come about?
Well, I joined Anthony's band in maybe like 1999 or 2000, and you know, that was really great. I had started writing songs around that time, and I was really, really self-conscious of them and of my voice, because I hadn't really used it much, and I felt really uncomfortable, you know, singing and just presenting my songs at all. Mm. And I joined that band, and it was, you know, a really, really musically nurturing and psychically nurturing environment. It was really quiet music. I don't know that I'd ever played. I hadn't played quiet music since I had been playing classical music, so it was like this kind of renaissance for me. You know, and I was playing with other string players too, but it was in a pop music, you know, category. Yeah. But it was with other string players, and it was quiet.
So that was before, like way back, or at this time when you started playing with
it was the first time I had played with other string players since I studied, you know, since I studied. And since I studied and then ran away. You know, not because of the amazing repertoire, not because of the discipline that you learn, because of the people that are just completely out of their minds in the classical music scene. World. Yeah, I thought I was nuts. Anyway, so joining that band was just really, really great for me. Also, just to have someone be making really quiet music and to have it, you know, to really just have it be okay. You know, I was always trying to like prove myself that I could be louder than anybody else.
Because you really play. You were in a lot of bands, you know, that were just really out.
Yeah.
Not quiet.
Yeah. I was an obnoxious violin player through many distortion pedals, and you know, I had a lot of sounds to make. Yeah,
that was it? You just needed to kind of get it all out?
Yeah, you know, I did that for a while. And then all of a sudden it got really tiring, and I wanted to make really beautiful music.
Yeah, well, you have on this record. I mean,
Thanks.
It is beautiful. And it's great when, I mean, I think that when people they learn how to make quiet music and the subtleties that you can hear, and the when the voices come out and up and all the layers is just really, really great.
Thanks.
Great. So you have your guitar with us.
Yes.
One of your many instruments.
Yes.
Will you play a song?
Yes, I'm going to play Christabel.
All right. as policewoman. My song Christabel. A new album called Real Life, and I was looking inside too, and I love the it says did you take these pictures?
I did, yes.
Yeah, they're so sweet. You know, we actually earlier today we took a picture of all the wires on the floor when Joe and I had our 2 feet going together, and I just realized they're silly little photos, but they all of a sudden have meaning. You know, this one here was what I was thinking of. With just like branches and snow, and there's a little bee mine here with the lights. These were taken in Brooklyn, and this inside when the writing
on the subway wall. Yeah, because I watched it evolve. Actually, it started with that, and then people wrote stuff every day, more stuff, and then when they put the "Be Brave" on there, that's when I started crying. I mean, sorry, but I started crying in the subway when I saw this. I was like, okay, that's enough.
So actually, over days, first you saw this evolve, and then they added in the other.
Yeah, all the thing. People started adding to it every day, and you know, it's been gone now for a while, but I was lucky enough to get a photograph of it. Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like, you know, kind of the artistry and the kind of spontaneity of finding, you know, something like that, and finding, you know, the music is something that really interests you.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, there's so much beauty everywhere if you... God, that's so corny. If you just open your eyes, but it's true. You know, you really just can find everything you need, like right within just a very little radius.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, you sure can.
Yeah.
You sure can.
Yeah.
So what's your life like? Where are you out and about, just touring and playing a lot for people and getting the music out?
Yes, I am. You know, I live in Brooklyn, but I haven't been there now for a long time. This record came out a year ago overseas, so I've been touring it for about 16 months, and now I'm starting here. And people say, aren't you tired? And you know what? I'm so thankful to actually be in my country and to have the opportunity to have it be released here. It feels actually extremely emotional for me because I put it out over there and people really liked it, and I was really shocked.
Why did you start there?
Well, that's just what happened.
That's what happened.
This guy from the UK saw me open for Rufus, and he bought my EP, which I just only sold at shows. And he said, I really like this, you know, I want to sell it in my store. He's a record store, he's an independent record store owner. And he started selling it there, and then he was like, you know, I've been thinking about starting a label, and I want your EP to be my first release. I was like, great. You know, it's like that's what you hope for, like actually homegrown stuff.
Yeah.
You know, by someone that has been running a record store independently and really loves music, you know. And then, you know, I was working on Real Life at the time, and he put that out too and just did a really great job, and it started spreading from there really naturally. So I wasn't looking to start there, but that's just what happened, you know. And while I was really really pleasantly surprised, I mean that's like a really mild way of putting it, that you know that people really took to the record over there, I was just like, my home country doesn't, you know, my homeland doesn't care, but actually, you know.
You just had to get back over
I
here.
just had to get back over here and stop eating pasta, you know. Stop eating good pasta.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I came back to have just mediocre pasta.
Yeah, but a lot of other good things, like ribs. Where are those ribs he was talking about?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, Charlie Louisville was here just a bit ago, and he was talking about ribs downstairs.
Downstairs.
Yeah, I don't know, I guess
I
maybe downstairs.
loved how vague it was. It's just the ribs downstairs.
That was a fun moment, like we said when you came in. Charlie was a little bit late, and you guys came on time, and you know, we thought like, oh, we'll have Joan as policewoman and Charlie Louisville play together, and it kind of happened a little bit like that. You know, Charlie was here, and then you were listening. It was nice to have you here when that was happening.
Thanks for
really
having
nice.
me here. It was really touching. The way he is really, I don't know, a template for being almost 80.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. And still in the music business and playing tonight with his band and just amazing.
It is.
Yeah. Who are some of the people that, I mean, you've worked with some really great people. You just mentioned Rufus Wainwright, and what an incredible talent and someone to be associated with and probably learn from, and both of you, I would think, you know.
Yeah.
Learning from each other.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about him, and then maybe some other people that really inspire you.
Rufus is great because he has a really clear sense about what he wants from you, but at the same time, he's also really patient, and I find that to be very unique about him. Because he, you know, when he's teaching you something, he says, you know, okay, here's the part, na 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 na, and then play these, you know, chords with it. Okay, ready, go. And there's no possible way you're going to get it the first time. And then he's very nurturing after that about, you know, and then also making it your own, you know. So it's a nice thing because he kind of empowers you to do it. He expects you to be able to do it, and then just keeps expecting you to be able to do it, and then you do. You know, you rise to the occasion of singing insane melodies, you know, with 6 other people on stage, and playing crazy chords, and you know, it's really nice to work with him. Also, he has a kind of like symphonic brain. You know, he's like,
really?
You know, the song's going on and he's hearing like these really, you know, decked out arrangements. You know, I mean, I feel like he's sort of similar to Brian Wilson in that way, where he's like hearing the very complicated harmonies over, you know, and he's able to actually pick out all the you know, parts for everyone to sing, and it's really great to work with such a really sort of exquisite musical mind like that.
Yeah. Do you feel some of that, you know, kind of finds its way into your music and us,
sure.
right? Yeah.
Oh, sure. Right. You know, I can't imagine anybody that I've worked with not, you know, sort of, you know, taking something from them, because you know, it's.
You just do. It's automatic.
Yeah. Other inspirations. Well, I haven't worked with them, but certainly, like, you know, Joni Mitchell and Nina Simone, and Roberta Flack and Carole King. I mean, come on.
That's
a
great list.
Pretty
Yeah,
good.
That's really good.
Yeah, those are pretty good people. You know, who else? I don't know.
Well, that's good. It's just nice to hear, you know, what people listen to and the people that they draw inspiration from. Nina Simone, I mean, yeah, what an incredibly unique voice, and
yeah, really making every moment matter.
Yep.
And living fully in each moment.
Yep.
I think while performing and not performing.
Yep.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I was lucky enough to actually see her
really
play at the Beacon. I think one of the last times she was there, and she was just incredible. You know, at one point, like her head wrap was coming off, and you know, she was like, "Angela!" You know, and she calls this woman out, and this woman comes out on stage and fixes her wrap there on stage, you know, and she had this, like, it wasn't actually a horse whip, but it was like shaped like a horse whip, and it was just a prop on stage. It was just for, you know, badassedness, you know. I mean, and then, you know, I mean, I'll never forget the sound of when she started singing "Black is the color of my true love's hair." I mean, you just never,
You'll never forget it.
No.
Yeah. It's a visceral experience.
It is.
Yeah. Well, will you play another
Yes,
another
I
song
will.
for us?
I'm going to play a song that I wrote for Elliott Smith, and it's called "We Don't Own It."
mvyradio, Joan as policewoman, complete with the phone we thought we turned off.
That always happens. It doesn't matter.
Well, such wonderful music. Thank you so much for coming upstairs and sharing it with us.
Absolutely.
Very, very nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Wonderful to to have your stuff. Best of luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have fun today.
Okay.
You have like 4 billion more interviews.
No, actually,
And then
this is it.
Great.
You are the
Wait, she's not
grand
finished.
Finale.
Cover?
Do you do any covers?
I have a cover. Yeah.
We collect them.
You collect them.
Collect them.
Okay.
Yeah, just unplug that.
I have to do something really weird right now.
What?
I have to take this wig off because my head is hurting so much. I found this on the street.
We went to a wig store.
And I have to do it because my head is like, I'm getting a headache that's like really hurting.
Whatever makes you happy.
Oh, okay. Great. Oh! Okay, great.
You told her it was too tight.
I know, I did tell her. She was like, no!
I like you better that way.
Okay, alright, well good, this is me. So, okay. I have to remember the song. It's safe in the city to love and go away, to wrangle some dreams from a door, and it isn't me putting pain in a stranger like a portrait in flesh. You trails on a leash. Can't you see that I'm scared and I'm lonely? So I'll break up my room and come to the safety where no one says, boys, boys, it's a sweet thing. Boys, boys, it's a sweet thing, sweet thing. If you want it, boys, and here's the thing. That's all. It's a cheap thing, cheap thing. I'm glad that you're older.